Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right at you. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let me just quote Martin Luther King that took everybody about something something that took people by surprise when he said it. This is what he said. I feel that I'm integrating my people into a burning house. Boy, how prophetic those words were. Okay? Now, seeing what you see with your own eyes today, in today's society, in this world, there's no denying that God's people are in that burning house. They are confused, they've been traumatized, they've been spoiled, they've been worked, they've been programmed, and there's no way of bringing them back. They're already so deep in the rabbit hole that most of our people cannot be saved. Okay? That's the sad part. That's what makes me sad. They cannot be saved from themselves because no one is a worse enemy than ourselves based upon the decision that we make. In fact, when we choose to walk upon this path, God's path, my friend, you gotta have patience. You gotta have love and understanding towards others. Because let me tell you, it is hard for me living in this almost the most stupid, like a twilight zone. This is the stupidest and the most ridiculous society that has ever existed throughout human history upon this earth. And we are also the most programmed, the most conditioned, and the most naive human generation of all time. Believe me when I tell you, I worked as a door-to-door salesman. They trained us how to eat people's mind, how to, literally eat it, how to work ourselves into their lives. In fact, not only did people buy stuff from me and make their first payment, cash, personal checks, you name it, not only did they do that, but check this. And this was when I was single, ladies and gentlemen. Girls gave me their phone numbers. Hey, here's a phone number, so we can hook up, one of these days, Spanish young lady, you name it. White lady, African American ladies. So ladies and gentlemen, please, let me just tell you this. Religions, which is one of the greatest psychological operations that has been bestowed upon humankind. Ladies and gentlemen, religion, the religious concept, came out of politics, out of government. So don't believe this lie of separation of church and state like they want you to believe in the United States. That's a lie. So these people were taught by the fallen angels, which is the God of this world, the devil. They were taught how to work the human mind through the original psychology that he used on our first parents. And you know, because I have said this here so many times. So as time went by from the civil movement back in the 60s, things were getting rough in the United States. Things were getting so out of control. They were getting so out of control. It was, it was a society that was on the verge of being unsustainable. Almost a civil war was going to break out in the United States. So, check the psychology. So, again, and I hate to repeat myself, but I want to make sure that you understand this. That psychology has been played on the human mind through fear, intimidation, and that's how society have always been ruled. I mean, look at the history of Mao. He killed 70 million of his own people. Idi Amin in Uganda. Hitler. You name it. Okay? Karl Marx, you name it. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, and again, I repeat myself, communism, socialism, Nazism, capitalism, Marxism, they're all the same. For they were created out of the same, they came out, they were created out of this, they came out of the same magician's hat. The magicians being the devil. Okay? So do not believe that these people are, yeah, no, I'm gonna make this happen. No, I believe in Marxism. And I'm going to that, because I'm gonna make this video really quick, because I want you to concentrate on the links that I'm going to send you. So you think I'm crazy, right? When I talk to you, for instance, about Black Lives Matter organization. Susan, I'm gonna let Susan do the talk for me. That's why I'm gonna keep this video nice and short. And she's gonna explain to you as to why Black Lives Matter is a fraud, and it has all been a lie. Okay, but I'm gonna let her explain this to you. Are you ready to listen? Are you ready for the truth? So once again, so that's going to be proven. But here's what I would like to inform you. Here's what I'd like to tell you. The same psychology that Black Lives Matter, with the catchy phrase of Black Lives Matter, ladies and gentlemen, words are powerful. And politicians know it. It's like another politician's game. It's another politician's psychological game. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, as I said so many times, and I will not stop saying it here, your vote never counted, it never will. Okay? The reason Joe Biden was put into place where he is, I call him the dementia grandpa. The reason he was put there is because the United States is being, once again, as it was back in the 1913, and when the Federal Reserve was created and the IRS were created on the same year, because they work together. IRS is like the cartels enforcer. The Federal Reserve is the most powerful cartels in the world. They committed the biggest heights in human history. So, here's what it is. America is being raped again, and she's liking it. She loves it. Okay, everybody is into this human experiment that is being played on the whole world, on the whole wide world, and they listen to authorities as if authorities ever care for them. And I want to challenge you. If you think I'm crazy, please show me a leader, show me an empire, show me a government, show me a human civilization throughout human history that actually care about its people. And I will promise you that I will stop making video if you don't want me to stop it. And I would apologize. I will owe you an apology, and I will stop making video. But you know what? You cannot find it. Because the fact that you've been over the people, power corrupts absolutely. It corrupts. That's the human nature, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, BLM, Black Lives Matter, play that psychological game, exploiting people's emotions, because they know that God's people are very emotional people. And the devil used that emotion against them, to grab them, to take a hold of them. Okay? And everybody's all about the money. Now, so Black Lives Matter has really shown itself, exposed itself for those who are willing to see. It was all a joke. It was all a lie. That's the well, you know that old saying, which came first? The chicken or the egg? Obviously the chicken, but in this case, which came first? The political psychological game played by political powers or Black Lives Matter? No, it was the civil movement back in the 60s. Then, in fact, people are so blind and so naive and so deceived and so conditioned, especially the black people in America, that, ladies and gentlemen, they believe they have fallen into this paradigm, which is really a game, a psychological game, because the thing is, psychological game have different layers. See, one layer is political layers, then you got religious layers. I mean, layers up in layers, right? To get you, to grab you. And guess what? That is exactly what's been happening. There's so many psychological layers, psychological operations that have been played on the black family of this nation, and actually not in the minority, because, ladies and gentlemen, we are the majority. Is that most of us are killing ourselves. We got the nerve to call what they call the white man racist, but yet we kill ourselves. So why do you think that all of a sudden, I mean, it's unbelievable, look at this, all of a sudden, you got all of these corporations and companies, you got Delta, you got Southwest, you got Target, who really got burned and robbed with the riots, especially in Minneapolis. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. Okay? You got all this, you got the sports industry, you got Hollywood. Okay? You got banks, you got financial institutions donating millions of dollars to these organizations. And they are laughing all the way to the bank. but they're not helping the black community. None, zero whatsoever. But the reason these companies and this organization and this they're helping the reason they are helping this organization, ladies and gentlemen, is because it is doing exactly what they want. Defund the police. You know what's going to happen? And America is bound. She was prophesied to fall. Defund the police. You know what's going to happen? You're going to see United Nations boots upon your land. You're going to see federal officers that won't care about killing you. The slaughter is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the result of the feminization of the black man in America, the destruction of the black family. There's no family. No wonder. Even Black Lives Matter is pushing for what? They are part of, they want to destroy the family. They don't agree with the traditional family. You understand? So in other words, what God has created, man is against, because man is controlled by the devil. This whole world is being run by demons, which when they reveal themselves to humankind, people would think that they are extraterrestrial beings, UFOs. When they come in, they will come. Why? Because they've been conditioned by Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, so you see, it's all been a game. I'm just giving you the biblical context. Susan is going to talk to you a little bit more to show you without a shadow of a doubt that it has been a game. That's going to be the first link. The second link, and then the third link, and the fourth link, is just going to show you our youth, our lost youth in different parts of the United States and what they are doing with their lives. And that's the result of the destruction of the black family. You're going to see the gangbangers. You're going to see them all over, the Crips, Bloods. You're going to see them. I'm going to send them to you. Okay? Do you think that your political leaders care? Of course not. They want you to think that they do. Okay? In fact, let us go to the Bible so that I can just wrap it up. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. All my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. I'm going to show you the oppressors. I'm going to show you the children. They're all grown up now. They're still children. They are society's oppressors. Remember, this book, this Bible, was written for God's people. In fact, Isaiah, because I just read you Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. Okay? And what does it say? And woman rule over them. When you get a single mom homes, what do you think is going to happen? Most of the men are either locked up, most of the men are either feminized, or they're dead. That's why there are a lot of single black mothers. 71% of black mothers in the United States alone are single moms. What do you think is the end result of that? You're going to see the links. The family have been destroyed. Okay? So once again, the man is either in jail, he's either feminized, womanizer and left the home, or is dead. There's no and if about it. That's what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. Because we have forgotten our Creator. We have forgotten our God. We have forgotten the 10 Commandments. And by the way, it's 601 statutes and commandments, but it was condensed into 10 commandments. So, to prove that this Bible was written for God's people, let us go to chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. You see? And isn't that exactly what is going on in the projects in our hoods? Young people don't know what to do with themselves. Okay? And the demons is having a party, especially in Chicago, Detroit, Baltimore, Florida, Louisiana, Indiana, Camden, New Jersey, Philadelphia, definitely Los Angeles, you name it. The devil is kind of deciding, okay, how many am I going to kill today, and how? Which one am I going to kill today? He pick and choose, because God has given him the permission to do this. Why? Because people have forgotten God. If you forget where you come from, then you don't know where you are, and you don't, much less where you're going. Those who forget their past are condemned to repeat it. And we are right in the thick of this burning house that Martin Luther King said, which I mentioned to you in the beginning. That he's integrating his people into a burning house. Well, why did he say that? Because he knew. He knew at the end the truth. And that's why, and after that, ladies and gentlemen, then they killed him. Because remember, he was a Baptist minister. But guess who controls other religion? Okay? Freemasonry. And the United States is controlled by Freemasonry. Okay? All your priests and all of your pastors, especially the Roman Catholic Church, are your of Masonic. Okay? They are all Satan. Okay? So when he tells you that in Isaiah, again, right? I just read Isaiah to you. Okay? I just read you chapter 5 in Isaiah verse 13. It said, therefore my people are gone into captivity. What is the captivity? The captivity of sin. People have given into, and they're walking with the I don't care attitude, with the rainbow hair, which God prohibits, with tattoos all over their body, which the Bible prohibits. The Bible forbids tattoo. If you don't believe me, do your research. I don't have time to go into the Bible right now and tell you about that. The Bible even tells you about what food to eat, what meat to touch, what fish to eat and not to eat. But yet people do it anyway. In fact, one of the things that the Bible prohibits is common milk. And guess what? Common milk is sold all over the place. You understand, especially in the Middle East. Okay? It's sad, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so the last verse that I'm going to read you is this. Luke 6, verse 23. Okay? Verse 23 to verse 25. And this especially is for those that are exploited, that have exploited people's emotions, like Black Lives Matter, Antifa, all the organizations out there. You will pay for this. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, there is a big thing coming that's going to be happening in the Vatican. And guess who's invited there by the Pope? Dr. Fauci, Chelsea Clinton, a young lady that had, in fact, I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send you a link, and it's from the Roman Catholic Church. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, there's division within the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, so you're going to see it. I'm going to send you a link. But please do not mistake me for, oh, you believe in Catholic, you're using their material. No. No. What he's saying there makes perfect sense. I don't agree with the Catholic Church, but it goes to show that religion divides the people, just like politics. See, political leaders live off people's divisions, divide. They love to divide and conquer. That is their motto. Okay? They love to do that. And the more people suffer, the more they support each other. They're Satanists. Look what Biden just did. Gave this guy a role in the White House to take the pandemic calls. Okay, Andrew Cuomo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's sad. But that's what demons do. They support each other. Anyway, let us go to Luke chapter 6, verse 23. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation. So you are content with living this temporary existence upon this planet, having so much money that you don't even know what to do with it. Not helping your brother man. Okay? Verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for you shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. Okay? So life moves in circles. That's how God created the heavens. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, the earth doesn't move. The sun moves. The moon moves. The stars are always on the move. The earth is steadfast. That's why she's flat. She doesn't move. She's not around a globe. Okay? Everything is a lie. Because the minute that we disobey our Creator, everything became a lie. So now, why am I concentrating on this? The last videos that I have made. Why am I concentrating on this walk mind, which is in reality is evil, evil mind. Okay. They call it the cancer culture. I mean, you name it. Cancer culture, walk. Once you walk, you go broke. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you this. Remember what I said. They love to divide and conquer. You got conservative on one side, then you got liberals on the other. You got Democrats on one side, you got Republicans on one side. But it's all the same. They are feathers of the same bird. Birds of a feather will always stay together. It's all the same. It's a paradigm. In fact, I may just title this video, The Paradigm of Psychology. Because it's been so many psychological games that people cannot escape this matrix. Do you know that we have demons walking among us and we don't even know? So, once again, please take a look at the first link, which is going to be Susan talking about irrefutable explanation and evidence that Black Lives Matter is a fraud, it's a lie. And if you don't see that, I'm sorry. Okay? And again, you may say, well, how come all these different corporations, billion-dollar corporation like Amazon, Target, everybody, sports industry, Hollywood, Delta, Southwest, Target, you name it. Chase Manhattan Bank, why are they supporting? Because they are setting God's people up. They see people, God's people are so easy. Once you get them emotional, you got them. You help them destroy themselves. The same thing happened to the Native Americans. They were fighting amongst themselves when they, Okay? That's what happens when you forget your creator. When you forget your God. You got conflicts and you got wars. Okay? The same thing in the Muslim faith. Have you heard the news today? What happened in a Muslim community? Somali community in Riverside by Cedar. A man got shot 4 times and died. Isn't it supposed to be that that's a very religious community? No, ladies and gentlemen, we are worshiping the wrong God. That's why we have given in to this game, because those religious leaders are telling us to obey the government under this human experiment that is being carried out on the human race right now. Just like as it was in the days of Noah, so it shall be now, and it is. People are blind, they don't care. People killed each other, they disobeyed each other, you name it. Men want to look like women, women want to look like men. Up is down, down is up, you name it. It is sad. Okay? In fact, the Bible talks about that. And it's very saying that woe unto them that call bad good and good bad. Okay? There's a judgment coming, whether you want to believe it or not. So there's the burning house that Martin Luther King was talking about. We are in it and we are burning. Are we paying attention to the young brothers and sisters that are being killed in Chicago in drive-by shooting? No. Black Lives Matter don't care about them. Black Lives Matter don't care about black and black crime. They only care about to create division, to exploit people's emotion when white cops kill. And guess what? It is happening more now than ever. Didn't I tell you? It is part of the game. I hope you wake up to the lie, to the game that is being played on you. All of a sudden, ever since Black Lives Matter came on the scene, all of a sudden there's a lot of cops. There's a lot of cops killing. You think this is by coincidence, ladies and gentlemen? We are under a psychological operation attack, and I guess I'm going to call it Operation Kill Black Man. That's the psychological. That's the psychological operation that's going on right now. Okay? The operation is Dead Young Black Man. In fact, I'm going to show you something that made me laugh. In Los Angeles, you got gangbangers, and then you got people protesting. Protesting for what? No justice, no peace. And so I have a question for Black Lives Matter and Antifa and all of them. Do you really think that you're going to get justice from men? And the justice that is coming down on you, it is from the Creator Himself. But you don't care because you live in large, right? Okay. I'm just a little man. I love your concept. I love your psychological catchphrase. I know I used to be a salesman, Black Lives Matter, and people have followed you all over the world. And they're donating money to you. In fact, they have done, a George Floyd Square. Do you know that George Floyd and the cops knew each other? You think that, it was by coincidence? There are no coincidences, ladies and gentlemen. There are reasons behind it. What was Dante Wright doing when the cops had him? And didn't you notice that as soon as the cops shot him, they let him go? The cops had him right there. They shot him, and then they just let him go. You understand what's going on? And now we have Andrew Brown in North Carolina, another brother that got shot. Well, guess what? The judge denied for the body camera video should be shown. Don't you see what's going on? It's another psychological operation. This is the burning building that Martin Luther King was talking about. There are no saviors. There never was a savior among us. The only savior is our Redeemer. And not just of the black man, but of all humankind, of the human race, of the human creation, Redeemer. And his name is Yahushua, whom the world called Christ, Jesus Christ. Come out of this delusion that you are living under. It's too late for all the young people that I'm going to show you on this. And they know that there are only 3 paths. There are 3 ends to this chosen life. And this go for gangbangers all over the planet. In Latin America, Central America, South America, Africa, you name it. A gangbanger can only go 3 ways. He can end up in jail to do life. He can end up dying. Okay? In jail, in a hospital, or dead. Those are the only 3 places that await gangbangers, and they know it. Please come out of this matrix, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think that, oh, this guy is crazy. No. Just keep an open mind. This is how we learned in life. Our education system sucks. We want to make sure to keep, that's why the arms and the drugs are brought into our community so that we wind up killing each other. Now, my question to Black Lives Matter is, do you really think no justice, no peace? Do you think that Joe Biden is going to get you that justice? A man who actually, who belongs to a party that created the Ku Klux Klan. and that went to Robert Byrd's funeral. He was the one that had the eulogy for him. And he's a known Klansman. He was known as a Klansman. And remember what Joe Biden said? If you're asking yourself whether you're gonna vote for me or not, then you ain't black. You see? You know why he did that? Because he know he got you. And the same thing, the same game is being played with Black Lives Matter to you. And you have failed for it. What a sad situation. In the meantime, what has Black Lives Matter done for our community? What has religion done for our community? What has political leaders done for our community? Nothing. It's the opposite. They have damaged our youth. They have turned them into atheists. And then just right in the midst of this pandemic that we are having now, what do leaders do? In New York, for instance, Andrew Cuomo, they legalized marijuana. That was their priority. And in different states. I mean, can you believe this? They can do it because they know they can. They tell you to obey rules. And as you're gonna see, I'm one of the I'm one of the videos that I'm gonna share with you, the links, which I'm not a Catholic. I just pay attention to the irony, and I love how they go against their own Pope. Anybody that attacks the Pope is a friend of mine. a friend of my enemy. How's that old saying here? Friend of my enemy is my friend. May God bless you. And I hope you get something out of this video. God bless.